Hi, chess fans, and welcome back. This is a game that I played in the Labor Day weekend in Albany, New York, upstate New York. It was the New York State Chess Championship. That was one of the lower rated sections, but I'm really excited to say that I got to play Aronian. Yeah, I can do a little applause there. Wait a minute, let me find my applause button. Yeah. I was excited. Well, it is Aronian, but it's not Levin Aronian. It's Laurel Aronian, a young lady that I played. It's funny, when I saw her name, she said the same thing, and they spelled exactly the same. So I can always say, before my life ends, that I got to play Aronian. Yeah. This is my favorite game of the tournament. It was a 6-round tournament. I only played 5. My buddy and I, we withdrew in the 6th round. We really wouldn't have won anything. We had to wait 2 hours just to play and probably take 2.5, 3 hours to play and then another 2 hours to drive back. So we decided to skip the last round because we wouldn't have won anything anyway. But I wanted to show this game because it's my favorite game of the tournament. As I said, I am white. Aronian is black. And let's just go through it here. G6. I'm playing my usual London. And we'll just go through knight, bishop. I've been seeing this a lot. B6, as you see there, they're going to fee and kettle the dark squared bishop on B7. I'm not used to that as a rule. It's happened to me twice now. We'll just go through. Now, everybody would think, especially beginner players, every time there's a pawn trade, you got to trade. Well, no. Sometimes you're better off just leaving the tension. I just developed my knight, bishop. I move rook to E1 because eventually I want to move this pawn up, and this file will eventually open. At least that's my thought. H6. Now it's funny. She thought for almost 20 minutes on that move, H6. It's really, really interesting what she ended up doing on that side. She's only barely a 1,300 player. I'm like 1,500 and change. My real strength is probably 1,650. Queen C2, Queen C7, Bishop C4. Now what I'm doing is I'm threatening Queen takes because the bishop, the pawn is pinned. She went Queen there. Now, I played a move here I later regretted. I'm looking at the computer off screen. It likes A4, which I was going to play, and that's the number 1 move on the computer. Retreat my bishop to H2, or bishop G3 to retreat. I was so concerned, and this is one of those things in chess that the threat is sometimes more than the execution. I was so worried that somehow, some way, this knight would have to move, and of course it'd be checkmate here. It was really dumb. I let it get to me, and I went bishop F1. Now, those of you that were wondering, if I had to play queen takes, she would have went D5. And then I would have backed the queen off. And oops. Yeah, really bad. She went king to H8. That's probably what her long thought process was. You're going to see what she does later. And wastes a lot of tempos that I never took advantage of. I want rook over. Want a nice battery on this file if it ever opens. She went rook to G8, which she's going to start doing, it looks like, and that's what I thought. She's going to start advancing these pawns. Move the bishop, get the rook in here. Interesting, though, A6 might have been a little better, I think, for her. But I finally woke up and thought to myself, okay. You see a lot of A4 moves in London just to disrupt, kind of like a minority attack in a way. So I decided to go A4. Now, right now off screen, it's about a half a pawn advantage for white. No big deal. She goes a6. And I kind of lost it here a little bit. Queen to b3 I looked at, and I should have and didn't do it. Also, you know, bishop back to c4, but I wasn't going to do that. And the computer likes bishop g3. It likes removing the bishop from f4. I just decided to go b4. Let's just open it up. And if she takes, she'll probably trade queens. She'll bring the rook over. I'll bring this rook over. And we'll trade some pieces. That's not what happened, though. She decided to go b5. Now, right now, the computer likes my position. It likes it a lot. It's about 1¼ pawn advantage for white. First move is b takes c5. A takes b5. A takes or b takes, or knight to b3 is the third choice. That's probably what I should have done. But instead, I played a5. And all my advantage went down the drain. Give you an idea. If C had taken instead, E and then e6. So let's go back to b5. I went a5. If pawn had taken, so I thought to myself, I want to close up that side of the board. If she wants to take here, let her take. Here or here. I'm fine. Of course, I can't take with the knight because the bishop's guarding this pawn now. So I thought I was in pretty good shape, but it only shows a small advantage for me. She goes g5 right away. I go, okay, here we go. Here come the pawns. I go bishop h2. She goes here, and she's opening up the file here. Now, my queen's a little out of play. But so is her rook. And this bishop as well is out of play. So let's see how this goes. I go e4. That was the computer move. Now my advantage is back up to 1 1/3 pawns. What to do, what to do. Computer likes c4 for white. Lock up the position. And I would have loved that. c4. And I would have went either e5 or d5. And that would have locked a lot of things up. But instead, she went h5. Now, right now, it's a 2-point advantage for me over that now. And I'm sensing danger here with those pawns. I was scared of the queen bishop battery bearing down on my king. And I let the idea that it was tougher to worry about getting mated than winning the game. So I decided to go the computer move. I went e5. Now, what can she do? What can she do? She can play d takes, and then I play d takes. And then she has to retreat the knight back to h7. What she did was she decided to go for it. She went g4, and right now I should be winning. I should be winning. I played h takes. I don't know why I did that. I should have played e takes f6. I should have played here. E takes f6. Then if she had taken, I just would have had the knight there. It would have been fine. Everything would have been fine. But I didn't do that. She went g4. I didn't take the knight. I pushed pawn takes first, and then she said she took the knight on with the pawn on g4. I'm still winning pretty good. It's about 2.5 point, almost 3-point advantage for white now. And I see a move I think is going to do me a lot of good, and I find it, and it's also the computer's move. Bishop g3 was the next computer choice, and that was queen f5. Now I'm attacking both of those pawns together. She can only protect one, of course. So she goes rook g7. Now, if pawn had taken bishop d3, and it's over. She doesn't have a choice but go rook g7. And then I hit the queen. Bishop g4 and get rid of that bishop. That I missed. So after queen f5, she moves the rook. Queen takes check. She decides to move the king. Now, I'm so worried about that stupid mate, like a dummy, I didn't play the obvious move. Bishop d3. Bishop d3. Bring the other piece into the attack. I'm so worried about this stupid mate here, like a dumbbell. I should have went there. That would have made it a lot harder for her. Instead, I went rook e4. Now, if I went back bishop d3, that's pretty serious. The knight can come up. You know, it's tough for her. It really is. So go back. I want rook e4. Figuring I'll bring another piece in the attack. Can't be bad. Okay. But that dropped my entire advantage. To give you an idea, right here, I'm 2.5 points up. I thought that rook move was decent, but it wasn't. Rook e4. Now I want to swing the rook around. I'm threatening this. She moves the knight to there. And believe it or not, right now, it's just a small advantage for me. I play e takes. She plays knight takes. What do? I play d5. I hit the queen. Okay, I'm thinking, I'm really good now, but the fact of the matter is I'm not. I'm not losing, but my advantage is pretty much gone. She decides to move the queen. Now I have to move my queen, and I move there. So what do you do? What do you do? She probably didn't like the fact that knight takes. Now this knight gets in the game. Come here. She decided to play rook h7, and now I'm back winning again. I'm back winning again. And this is where I stumble again. Queen g5 check. That's the computer move. She, of course, has to go rook to g7, basically her only choice. And this is a move that I missed. I didn't see it. Now, in my defense, I have to say this was an early morning game. The game started at 10 a.m. I am not a morning person at all. In fact, hardly at all. The whole thing of it is, though, my idea is I need to swing this rook over and get the queen down on this file. And then it's over. Sounds pretty good, right? I went queen to h4. I should have went queen to e3. There's a lot of things that does. A ton of stuff. Just look at that. So she'll play knight takes rook. I'll play knight takes knight. She'll play c takes b. I'll play c takes b. Bishop takes d5. And it's a game, but I'm still on the attack. But instead, I went queen h4. She moved the rook. She moved here. And then she offered me a draw a couple moves before that. And then when I repeated, she looked at me and we drew. It was the last game, was the 5th round. I was going to withdraw the next round anyway. So that gave me 3 points out of 5. And usually I try to get 500 because I'm a lower rated player. And so there it is. So It's my favorite game because I played it at the end pretty well, but I just couldn't find the finishing touches. And when get a little bit older, I'll be 66 this November. Sometimes you're not thinking as clearly as you would like, and that's just the way it goes. But anyway, folks, like I said, that was my favorite game of the tournament. I hope you liked it. And so I got to play Aronian, and I drew Aronian. So it'll be my claim to fame from now on. I'll always say, I got to play Aronian, and I drew. Like I said, this is my favorite game, and it was a really good tournament, well over 300 people. Everywhere from beginners with 700 or 800 ratings to all the way through several GMs and IMs. And there was a whole bunch of rated experts. It was pretty good representation of the state of New York. And I had some fun in there, even though, like I said, it's my favorite game, but I just couldn't find a way to finish her off. Sometimes you just have to get up and walk around and clear your head and come back. It was funny when I came back to the game several times. I went outside, had a cigarette, and kind of, went to the men's room, that kind of thing. And I came back. She was standing behind my chair looking at the position. That's another good thing to do. You want to see the game from your opponent's perspective, literally. So she's been trained very well. She probably, I would say, she was late teens, maybe early 20s. Very attractive young lady, carried herself very well. Articulate. And like I said, I had some fun, and I hope she did as well. So if she ever sees this, thanks for the game, and I had fun, and I had you, but I just couldn't find a way to finish you off. And good luck. She plays in a lot of tournaments, I see, a lot of tournaments. So hopefully she'll start picking up her rating and do really well. There's not enough women in chess, and I hope there would be a lot more. Until the next time, folks, to all you chess players, until the next game, goodbye and good luck.